Hi everybody, and thank you for joining us on TNT. Hope you're well. Now, I do a lot of driving here in Thailand, and 99% of the time it's just like driving anywhere else. Sort of once you get used to the rhythm of the traffic. But a couple of people in recent days have had a few shocks whilst they've just been casually driving down the road. We'll go to Phuket. And it's covered on the Phuket News Facebook page. Motorists are urged to avoid using the Durasamut Underpass after a nasty accident in the tunnel at about midday. This is yesterday. Initial reports say about 15 vehicles were involved and one person injured. And the Highways Department crews are on site clearing the debris. At this stage, I'm not sure if it's reopened as of sort of mid-afternoon on Wednesday afternoon. I haven't seen any notifications in the last hour or so. I think you can assume if you're going up and down past the Durasamut Underpass that, well, watch out for the signs, but it's probably not going to be open. A bit more info from nationthailand.com. 15 vehicle pile-up in Phuket's tunnel injures at least one motorist. What a mess, or we can see a petrol or water tanker about to make its way into the underpass. That would have just made things worse if it was caught up in the incident. Nation posted this video and it shows the incident. There was a bit of a tailback there. One car just going straight over the top of a whole lot of others. It goes straight across the barrier. Hard to believe that only one person was slightly injured. And that video was posted on the Nation Thailand website. And according to the report yesterday, caused by a trailer truck's brake failure and loss of control. Well, that's usually the standard excuse for about 99% of all traffic incidents. And a bit further down there, it says it occurred at the underpass at Durasamut intersection at 11:47am. And a trailer truck lost control and ploughed into vehicles that were still stuck in traffic congestion ahead. And police blamed an 18-wheeled trailer truck from Ranong, which was delivering pile foundations, those great big long cement poles, to Naihan Beach. So where is it? This is the island of Phuket from Google Maps. We zoom in. Very busy intersection, the Central Festival and Central Floresta intersection, and it's got an underpass there known as the Durasamut Intersection Underpass. Just next to the Durasamut School. But wait, there's more. We're not going to leave you drivers in Bangkok out of it. You could have just been casually driving past the Vachira Hospital in Bangkok and, well, the road suddenly wasn't there. So we'll check out some video. They're already trying to straighten up one of those collapsed concrete poles. Some cars there pretty close to the area, hoping that nothing more is going to happen when, whoop, nope, more of the road's going. How quickly can we get our car into reverse? They're about to find out, exposing some more pipes, more cables, and a lot of that road just vanishing. And you think it might just be over, but no, there's more to come, and well, as you can see, they've lost most of the underpinnings to that building. Don't think they'll be allowed in there for a while. Well, there's sinkholes, then there's sinkholes, remembering that Bangkok is largely built on sand and mud in a river delta, and they've taken a lot of pains over the years to put big, deep pylons to try and avoid this sort of thing happening. These subsidences happen on roads in developed countries. I dare say they probably get them fixed a bit quicker than we're probably going to see with this one. You won't be surprised to know that this road remains closed. Bit more from BangkokPost.com. Huge subsidence on Samsen Road in Bangkok. And a section of Samsen Road in front of Vachira Hospital subsided on Wednesday morning, that's today, forming a large hole about 50 metres deep. No injuries were reported, amazingly. And the incident occurred around 7:13 this morning, with the sinkhole estimated to be 30 by 30 metres. And about 10 metres deep, and as we can see on this video, it was getting deeper as people were watching. And it just kept on going, all that water from those broken drains pouring into the hole, certainly not helping the situation, and that was developing into a very, very deep sinkhole indeed. Whoops, so getting a bit seasick watching that. And down the bottom there, traffic between Vachira and Sangi intersections was closed for safety reasons. Yeah. Probably a good idea. So what about the patients? Outpatient services at the state hospital were suspended because they literally couldn't get in or out. and about 3,500 inpatients were evacuated from nearby buildings. An initial report indicated that hospital structures were not damaged. Yeah, well, I think we saw quite a lot of soil and underpinnings vanishing from under the front of one of those buildings. Where are we talking about, by the way? So just to give you a bit of context, the red cross there is MBK at the Patamwan intersection, and I've coded in yellow the airport link from Ratchathewi heading towards the airport, and then closer to the Chao Phraya River and a little bit north of all the main action there is the Vachira Hospital, quite close to the Chao Phraya River meandering nearby. So, a few surprises there for motorists in Phuket and Bangkok. That Samsen Road, that's going to be closed for weeks, maybe months. The Phuket intersection, I imagine, will probably be open today unless they sustain some major structural damage. Originally, when they opened the Durasamut intersection, it was 3 lanes, and they had these overhead lights with crosses and circles, so you knew which lane you could go in, but people didn't seem to understand what was going, so ever since about 2 months after it was opened, they've changed it just for one lane going one way and the other lane going the other way, and the lights don't work anymore. Anyway, hopefully that brings you up to date with a couple of incidents happening here in Thailand in the last 24 hours. Don't forget, you can buy me a coffee. Please subscribe to the channel, and we're closing in on 50,000 real subscribers. We look forward to seeing you next time.